Found out she's sleeping with someone from work. The coffee tasted burnt, just like my mood felt. 5:45 a.m., same time every day. Sarah was still asleep, her back to me. 8 years, 5 married. It felt like a lifetime, but also like yesterday we were awkwardly navigating our first date at that awful Italian place downtown. I showered, dressed, and headed downstairs, grabbing my laptop bag from the hall closet. I glanced back at the bedroom door. Should I wake her? No, let her sleep. Working late again, that was becoming her default answer for everything these days. Emily was already at her desk when I got to the office. Bless her, always early. Rough night? She asked, her eyes crinkling with concern. Emily knew me too well. We'd been friends since freshman year of college and co-workers for the last 3 years. Yeah, I mumbled, booting up my computer. Just, Sarah's been pulling a lot of late nights. Stressful project, she says. Emily pursed her lips, a telltale sign she was holding back. Yeah, that marketing campaign is supposed to be a beast. I heard David's really pushing them. David, Sarah's boss, charismatic asshole. The day dragged. Lines of code blurred on the screen. I kept catching myself staring blankly at the monitor, replaying snippets of conversations with Sarah from the past few weeks. Her distant gaze, the way she'd flinch when I touched her. The "I'm just tired" excuses. That evening, I was searching for my car keys on the hall table when I saw it. An earring, gold, delicate, definitely not hers. Sarah only wore silver. Hey babe, you home? Sarah called from the kitchen, her voice unusually bright. My heart pounded. I palmed the earring, shoving it into my pocket. Yeah, just got in, I said, trying to sound casual. She came into the hallway, smiling. Long day. David had us all working overtime. David, always David. Oh yeah, I asked, my voice a little too sharp. What was so urgent? She hesitated. Just finalizing some stuff for the presentation next week. Big client, I nodded slowly, trying to appear nonchalant. Cool. I'm gonna head to the gym. The gym was a lie. I drove to the Rusty Mug, our local dive. A few beers might clear my head. The bartender, Tony, was wiping down the counter. Rough day, Mark. He knew my usual. You have no idea. I tossed back the first beer in 2 gulps. The next day at work, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was seriously wrong. I kept replaying the earring incident, Sarah's vague explanation about work, Emily's loaded comments. I found myself staring at Sarah's photo on my desk, a picture from our trip to Italy 2 years ago. She was laughing, her eyes sparkling. I remembered how happy we were then. What had changed? Then I remembered something. A few weeks ago, Sarah had given a ride to Lisa, a new hire in marketing. Lisa was bright, eager, and a bit naive. I found Lisa at her desk, nervously tapping away at her keyboard. Hey Lisa, got a minute? I asked, trying to sound friendly. Sure, Mark. She looked up, smiling. What's up? Just curious about that big project Sarah's been working on. Sounds intense. Lisa frowned. Project? I thought that was wrapped up a couple weeks ago. The client presentation went really well, I heard. My stomach dropped. Wrapped up, Sarah said she was still working on it late last night. Lisa's eyes widened. Oh. Well, I wouldn't know for sure, I just heard it was done. I thanked Lisa and walked back to my desk, my hands shaking. This couldn't be happening. My Sarah wouldn't lie to me, would she? That night I was doing dishes when Sarah's phone buzzed on the counter. It was a text message from an unknown number. I know I shouldn't have, but I picked it up. The message read, "Can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Hotel." My blood ran cold. I felt a surge of anger, a tidal wave of betrayal washing over me. I wanted to smash the phone, scream, confront her right then and there, but I didn't. I just stared at the message, my mind racing. Sarah walked into the kitchen. Who are you texting? She asked, her voice tight. I slammed the phone down on the counter. Who are you texting, Sarah? I asked, my voice dangerously low. She paled. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. I saw the message. Hotel. Who the hell are you meeting at a hotel? She hesitated, then her eyes flashed with anger. You went through my phone, seriously. You don't trust me at all, do you? Trust you. You're the one lying to me, you're the one sneaking around. I was shouting now, my voice echoing through the house. I'm working. Mark, I have a demanding job. You're so insecure. She threw her hands up in the air. Maybe if you were more supportive, I wouldn't have to work so hard. Supportive. I've been nothing but supportive. I've been picking up your slack around the house, making dinner, listening to you complain about David all the time. Her face hardened. See, you're always jealous of David. He's just a colleague you're meeting at a hotel. I scoffed. Give me a break. The fight escalated. Accusations flew. Tears streamed down Sarah's face. I felt numb, disconnected, like I was watching a movie of someone else's life. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed my coat and walked out the door, slamming it behind me. The next few days were a blur. I barely slept, barely ate. I called Emily, told her everything. She was furious, supportive, and incredibly worried. She insisted I stay at her place for a while. "You can't be alone right now, Mark," she said. "You need someone to talk to." I stayed at Emily's for 3 days, drowning in self-pity and cheap beer. I avoided Sarah's calls and texts. They started out apologetic, then turned angry and accusatory. Finally, I decided I needed to go home. I needed to face this. I went back to the house while Sarah was at work. The silence was deafening. I walked through the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom, each room filled with memories now tainted and broken. I went to the bedroom closet to grab some clothes. That's when I found it. A small, wrapped gift tucked away in the back. I opened it. It was an expensive silk scarf, the kind Sarah loved. There was a card attached. "To Sarah, thank you for making these past few weeks so incredible. You deserve the best. Love, David." My hands trembled. I rummaged through Sarah's drawers, my anger rising with each discovery. Hidden love letters, intimate photos on her phone. The evidence was overwhelming, undeniable. I sat down at the kitchen table, staring at the evidence, the weight of the betrayal crushing me. I felt a strange mix of emotions: anger, sadness, disbelief, and a cold, unsettling calm. Then I heard the key in the door. Sarah was home. She walked into the kitchen, her face a mixture of fear and defiance. She stopped dead in her tracks when she saw me sitting at the table, surrounded by the evidence of her betrayal. I looked up at her, my eyes filled with a cold, unsettling calm. I didn't say a word.